Yo, what's up, Sep? For some reason, it decided it wanted to take my wrong camera. Yeah, we got it. We got it. Sorry about that, guys. Sep's always on it. What's up, Mark? What's up, Jay Smith? Jason? What's good, boys? Sorry about the technical difficulties, as always. The camera's too far forward. There we go. This big thing out of the way. What's up, Ryan? Like it up. Sorry about the technical difficulties. Apparently, my webcam wasn't plugged in. I didn't even notice it. And I keep my computer down here, my laptop, so it would have been a would have been a great view for you guys first thing on the live. What's up, Ricky? Bushcraft? How we all doing? How we all doing? How's our Monday? I know my media guy's only here when I run my BeamNG live. That's the only time I have my media guy. He's not here for my RC stuff. 45 minutes ago? I was working out 45 minutes ago. What are these for? Mystery item. Nothing stock. What's going on? I don't know, Ryan. I got a lot of junk laying around. And all my comp stuff got switched around. So I honestly have to gut my C2 again. Because this axle is going to go on my C3. What's up, Moore? How we doing, Sean? How's everybody's Monday? Is it all right? Okay, let's talk about the Yeti website. I got money to spend on an ESC, other stuff and things. I know I've been insanely busy with life, so my ESCs are not done yet, but we're real close. Just like out of the way. Is that better? That obnoxious. Face is so bright. Mr. Yep. What's going on, Trey? No, Mark, I didn't get to see Pocket Knife's video. I wanted to watch it earlier, but when I was at work, obviously, but I don't want to do stuff when I'm not at work. But I was swamped today, so I didn't get a chance to watch it. What's up, Kevin? I don't know what my project is. I got to take this thing apart. Well, all the way apart. Vader's the one that I built, or which one? The one that you built? Which truck did he roast? Oh, the Texoma. I don't know what we're gonna get into today. Got too much stuff. Kid on an e-bike just ate it outside. First time on a Suron, I guess. No, we're good. He's up. He was laying there for a while. Yeah, I catch up on all of my YouTube at work. I mean, why would I want to watch it when I'm at home? Kevin. Yeah, right. I mean, he was like 10 foot from a new spot. He was on that side of the road and everything. We can build a stock truck. This thing's just sitting here. Got that OG Albin design mount from way back when. Mini. What's up, Hans? Yeah, he was straight just laying there, contemplating. It was an awkward fall too. He kind of just went bloop. Except these are the stock inner fenders from the Power Wagon. The ones that come on it. As you can tell, it just kind of got gutted. Should do something with it. It used to be my plow truck, so it's got this crazy wiring harness on it. It was running like 3 servos. I don't even know. Stock truck with 24 karat gold axle. we could assemble a Mofo C1 chassis. We could do that. Let's do that. Let's get it out of the box. I don't know what I need for it. No, the wires didn't get hot. I mean, honestly, I only ran it plowing snow, so it was in the perfect temperature to stay nice and cool. Yeah, I guess we kind of are doing an unboxing, even though I'm going to ruin this. Don't tell Mofo. Don't tell him. Oh, I didn't know this came with. Look, Trey, it comes with chassis braces, just enough for the build. Convenient. You didn't miss much, nerd. Just me having technical difficulties. Let's write it down. I mean, that wasn't you. That wasn't you. This come with an instruction booklet. I really want to know what the machines cost that uh, Mofo uses to print his stuff with. This stuff is crazy. Kid can't even read? What kid? Oh, yeah. I thought it was a man. A grown man. Kind of hoping for some kind of secret stuff in the bottom here. Let's get this out. When I buy chassis, I get to just Yep. I've lost my fair share of stuff in the carpet underneath me. This is heavy. I don't know what this stuff is made out of. Is this like, I mean, I understand it's like a nylon filament, but like it's actually got weight to it. This is Mofo's C1 chassis bushcraft. So it's their C1. But I only bought this to do my gasser build. It's almost perfect. Am I comping this one? No. Can't show my comp truck. Come on, Kev. There's boys in here I'm competing against. Gotta keep secrets. This is the XL chassis, so it's like your D90. I guess you wouldn't really run a D90 on this because it's got a really long nose. I mean, you could, but it'd be Gladiator. Just want to see it wheelie. That it would. This live on the internet? You know where you are, Jay Smith? This is why I don't have a Nacho chassis. I would have to build it in a tub, and I'm too old to play with toys in the tub, my wife said. In the tub? What are you talking about, James? I gotta cut this nice. This should have came with instructions. Just saying. So I don't lose the parts. Okay. I understand. That's what the vacuum's for. Oh, I completely forgot about that, nerd. I completely forgot. I was going to. I mean, I'll give you base dimensions, and then I'll just cut it to fit perfect. Just do it that way. I love this mat. I just don't understand why there's no lip here. Because this is an old gaming desk that I used to have my computer up here. So there's a slant here. So as soon as it comes off the mat, it's gone. Everything. Everything just rolls away. Yeah, it's a Cow RC mat. This one is. And then I have a little tiny one up there. Got a little one and a big one. Don't look at my nachos. A vacuum with now. That's smart. That's really smart. Steal the wife's stuff. Unless you have your own. I didn't flex. I'm not like Trey. Trey was the one flexing. I think Trey's live increased the value of nachos by about 300%. So if you guys are trying to get one and can't afford it, you know who to blame. I glued a really strong magnet in the end of the nozzle of my vacuum. I used to. That's smart. I like that idea too. He really is. He could retire with the amount of nachos he has now. Well, didn't he just sold two to RB? What up, Carlton? Carlton and kids RC every day. I love that. Who's going to explain to me how to build this chassis? I don't even know what parts come apart here. What even is this? I don't know what I'm doing. Get this screw that's on your left and put it in one of the holes over there. The screw that's on my left and put it in one of the holes. One of these holes? No, I don't, TI. I don't have a secret source. Battery tray is up front across the. So is this is the battery tray? This little thing? I might have to look at pictures. I might have to do a little build along. The trans is the one thing I'm confused about. It's a little tiny piece. I actually don't have gears for this. I got lucky going last trap, didn't come in instructions, and I struggled hard trying to figure out how the transmission would get. The Nato transes are easy to do. This one's confusing. Oh, does he have oh. That worked nice. These little pieces everywhere. Got good videos of the building of chat. All right, there it is. Mofo is a good dude. I will say that. He's a good dude. I still have my very first. What is it? The V1 ugly AF chassis back there. That was my first ever comp truck. First ever comp build. Him and Maz. They do. They definitely do. I will say it's crazy to go through all this design work and then not have a flat skid. I know, Ryan. I'm getting it dialed in. I'm getting it dialed. All right, so it's cool. So I guess I can put this together first because everything goes on after. That's kind of cool. Benefit of not having a flat skid, I guess. I cut all these little tabs off. I know, Ryan. I'm sorry. I'm honestly sorry I didn't get it out to you yet, or at least give you a little teaser yet. I'll give you a teaser tomorrow when the chassis is fully dialed. I got the body mounted and primed last weekend, so the primer is nice and hard. So it's basically done, honestly. Just needs to get painted. Yeah, if he's gonna comp it, I want it to be dialed. Yeah, honestly, I've only really had all the parts for 2 weeks. Sketchy slings. What's going on, brother? Come on, leg it up, boys. 43 in here and 24 likes. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, put these rails together. I guess black hardware. Black. So how does that? What's up, Sundown? How we doing? How we doing? Confused as to why. So the upper link mounts. Lower and then upper. I'm not running links on this. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. No, I'm overthinking everything here. Just get it together. Five. Eights. Almost done my first build and have another ready for upgrades. There you go. Never have enough time, enough hardware. I buy hardware kits constantly. Buy them by the pallet, I guess. I literally have got gold, black, assorted. And there's a lot more hardware in the LGRP kits. Just so you guys know, if you're gonna buy a hardware kit, spend a couple extra bucks and get the LGRP kit from Trey. 24yep.com. There's way more hardware in those than there is in those little hardware kits you get from Amazon. And it's nicer stuff. And you can get gold and black. There's benefits. I've built a lot of trucks. I probably built 3 to 4 trucks on just this one black kit, and I still got stuff left over. So there's a lot of screws in there. A lot of hardware. What's up, Will? So it goes through that hole. Through there. Through there. What's going on, Matt? On the table is the Mofo C1 build or C1 chassis. But I literally only bought it because I wanted the rails. I'm going to kind of destroy it. I'm going to absolutely destroy it, I should say. But I'm using this, the reason I got the Mofo C1 chassis is it's a nice flat rail. It's long. It's got a little bit of a droop in it, but I want to do leaf springs. That's my goal with this. I don't have the metal to do... I should have printed them. I don't think I have any extras laying around. I should have printed shackles. Do you ever use little pin vice drills? No. I do want to get one, though. I really do. What's up, 8-7? How we doing, man? How we doing? I mess with HPI, Red Cat, and Hobby Plus. Also, so I need 4 different size kits. Oh, that would drive me insane. I honestly get frustrated just with between the, the 1.5 hardware and the 1.27 or whatever you want to call it. The proper terminology is. Even that aggravates me. So Sketchy, I'm making them myself out of metal zip ties. My goal, at least. These are some hefty sliders. They're chunky boys. Thick old things. Your Traxxas stuff? Oh yeah, your full scale, like your 110 stuff. Battery tray. Body mounts. I didn't realize it still has the like. Come on. Still has the post stuff for like running a stock Lexan body, which is kind of cool. Not that anybody's going to use it. I don't think. You really can't get. I thought about using metal bands from old windshield blades. That would work. That would definitely work. So I will say with this, that's the lowest you can get the body mounts because of having it bubble out for the post mount. It's kind of unfortunate. Yeah, so this is what happens when your wife is sitting here. But yeah, so the cool thing with these is you just get a little bend in them like that. And then there you go. So I just got to get. What? You talking to me, Adrock? I mean, it's very sweet of you. Yeah, nerd. The 3D printed stuff is gorgeous. I mean, I forget that the print the style printer he uses, but it's definitely really nice stuff. Street cleaner bristles. How heavy is the gasser body? I never weighed it. We can do that though. You can sidetrack me for a little bit. I'll even give you the four corners. And we'll know exactly. Honestly, Seb, I've never even seen a street cleaner bristle to know if that would work out. The real Papa dude. What's going on, man? We're measuring up my gasser body for my crawler. Let's see what this thing weighs. If you guys never saw it, it's a 66 F100 with a blower. Me and offline. They're all online. What are you talking about? Doesn't want to work. Bluetooth wasn't on. Now we got her. All right. I mean, it's definitely forward heavy, which I guess really isn't a bad thing to have forward weight, but it will be high. So it's got comp weight. 62 front, 38 rear at 76.7 grams. So I said it's heavy, but it's going to be slammed on leaf springs. I'm not looking to build, like, it's not going to be competitive in any way. Yeah, they're the Sky RC scales. I'm not looking to build anything that's going to slay lines. Just want something to look sick. Gonna have those tires in the front. I'm gonna reprint the body. The scale's a little bit too small. I want to go a little bigger with it, but maybe these in the rear. Ooh, I could do these in the rear like that, and then do like a little 0.7 in the front. And just cut the tread, maybe? Like, smooth it out? That could work. I will say I'm pretty impressed with the 3D printer to get the Moroso and the Hillborn on the engine like that. Even the pulleys and everything look nice. Has some good detail. It came out nice. Maybe I won't change it. Maybe the scale's perfect. That's pretty dialed. I just gotta cut that there just a little bit. Should work. I really got to finish building my comp trucks before I really lock in on this, though. Just waiting for a couple parts to get here because I'm comping Saturday. First comp of the year. All right, so this is the battery tray. I go there. There's Grandma. Forever my favorite nickname. Yeah, I actually have all the wiring kit in my room back there to do plug wires. Like it's actually for like the 120 scale cars. It actually has I have a whole plug wire kit. I have battery cable terminals, I have fuel lines. I have everything to fully finish it out. So it'll be pretty cool. It'll be pretty cool for sure. Just go down or up. Hi, Crunchy Crawler. What's going on, man? Having a great day. It was absolutely beautiful here today. It was actually, we hit what, 72 degrees, and it's supposed to be like almost 80 tomorrow. I don't understand. But I had too many things to do. I wanted to hit the rocks today, but too much stuff going on. Oh, Mark, thanks for saying good luck, man. Just so you guys know, I'm actually gonna take my laptop, I'm gonna take my webcam with the selfie stick, and I'm going to try to stream the entire comp. So we'll see how that goes. The wife's gonna be in charge because I'll be driving, but I'll definitely swing in for appearances. But it should be a good time. Maybe I'll set up. What's up, RW? Maybe I'll set up the live stream for like the in between stuff and just let it run, like at a spot on the course, and then cancel the live when I'm crawling, and then restart the live like from my phone. That way, you guys can get close up shots, and I'll have the wife hold uh the selfie stick or something. I'll figure something up. Figure something out, or we'll just stream from my phone the whole time. Media guy's not coming. I'm trying to get Trey to come to be my media guy. So yell at him. Tell him to come. Sep, the wife is doing really good. She's actually not here because well, she might be here soon, but she's doing her master's class right now. So that's why she's not here. Yeah, it's a little far for you, Sep. A little far. Yeah, she's incredibly talented. She's a reading specialist and loves her job, so she loves the kids. So I'm comping at White Rose Hobbies. If you guys want to check them out, I know actually Toppers. If you guys saw that guy that drives that weird thing that what is that called, a TRX4M or something like that? The guy that drives that, Toppers RC. He's on YouTube. He actually has a video where he did a like a crawl day. Oh, why is it doing this again? Come on. Now it's all zoomed in on me. Stop. Stop. Where's the media guy? Up close and personal there for a little bit. After I was talking about. Yeah, see, Sep said 4M, and then camera got a little crazy. I don't know. I'll show you my C1. She's fully dialed besides paint. On the stainless 24 C1 wheels. If you guys didn't know, um, you can run Injora beadlock or Injora rings on all stainless 24 wheels. So I have stainless, my gosh, I have Injora beadlock barrels, Injora barrels on all four corners. And then it has added weight, added brass on the inside of each wheel as well. They're really nice. Yeah, White Rose is in York, PA. You're 3 hours northeast of there? I'm 2.5 hours northeast of there, Jason Earl. Me and the wife are making a day trip out of it. True love right there. White Rose, that's crazy. Like 20 minutes from me. When is this? This Saturday. This Saturday, brother. Come on out. Come chill. Hopefully, me and Trey. I'll definitely be there, but Trey might be there too. I'm trying to get him and the wife to come out, or girlfriend. Girlfriend. We're gonna roll deep, guys. Come on, show up. 609 RC, what's up, brother? Yeti paint. My phone is nuts. Oh, you're in your Camelback? All right, cool. You're not far from me then. You're not far at all. Yeah, Seb, she loves the crawlers. She's all about it. She honestly, you guys can thank the wife for how far I am in this today, because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't even have pushed to do any of this, honestly. I wouldn't have done it. I just built for fun, and then she told me to do this. Oh, and my son, but mainly her. There it is. I lost my cut the link trash out. Yeah, she's the one. All right, so I got to figure out that trans. I had gears. Pick one of these nachos apart. I go there at least once a month to crawl. Oh, do you really? Let's go. Come on out, man. Here's all the good comps in SoCal are always 1.5 hours away from me. It's worth the drive. I don't mind a 2-hour drive, but anything over that, I won't even do. Honestly, anything over 3 hours, I won't even try it. Ryan, what's the actual date for that? Give me a set date so I can come. I can come. I'll mark it in my calendar right now. Just not putting on makeup. So you've tried it. How do you know you don't like it if you didn't try it? Thanks for coming, Jason. Oh, it's not posted yet? Makes sense. Of course. Of course. I don't know if there's an events calendar, Papa. Papa? I'm sure there's, I mean, I don't know. I'm sure there's got to be somewhere. I'm sure all those hardline killer guys know when everything is. Take this one apart. Save that one. Save that one. The last Sunday of the month. I've never been down to Unreal RC. I've always wanted to go. Oh, true. 609 would know. He was here. Where'd he go? Come back. Yes, James. Are you saying that's what you experienced? Is that what you're telling me? $10 unlimited crawling on the course. That's worth the drive. That ain't bad. All right. We got gears. Oh, so Jersey RC Productions in Fort River. I think they're a little closer for me, if I remember correctly, when I looked last time. I think. Guys, I can't figure out for the life of me how this goes together. Why would this be indented on this side? What am I missing? Like that? Store near me gives a track pass with any truck purchase. I bet that's common in the industry. Oh, that's very common, yeah. Going to Golden State Comp with my 10 scale Saturday in the Marty's Hobby Shop meet. Where's that at? Where are you at, Grandma? You cannot fix his mug. There's always enough makeup, man. I've seen makeup compensate pretty hard. Yo, Crawl Hub in the chat. What's going on, man? Oh, San Diego. Yeah, you're too far. The wife has family in Cali though, so I'm gonna be making a trip soon. I'll definitely whenever we know when we're coming out, I'll definitely make a post about it, and then we need to all get together and do a crawl sesh. All the Cali boys. 7 hours of White Rose. You better get on a plane. 7 hours is crazy. I'm just confused because this looks like a stock cover. But then there's this confusing piece. We need to go on the website. Google it. Google it. My phone is super bright. All right, so how about that piece? I think you can do brushed or brushless. The motor is designed to go up. It's designed to go more motor forward, then have the battery mount on the side. So it's this piece goes to this. Oh. We're getting it. We're getting it. We're getting somewhere. We're figuring it out. We're getting it. And this goes. This is wild. Something like that. That's that little piece. This goes there. This goes there. Definitely above my pay grade. That's for sure. All right. Bearings. One. Not that one. That one. One of these is not like the other. Two. We're cooking. We're cooking. We're not. We are. Like that. All right. So that piece, and then This should have been an off-stream build. Why'd you guys talk me into this? Over here looking a fool. Yetibilt Crawlers, we're trying to build the Mofo C1 chassis to go on my my gasser build. I drive a truck for a living and used to have a stop about 1.5 hours from there in Maryland. It was right on the PA line, so it wouldn't be too bad. Hey, if you're gonna do it, let's do it. Come on. More the merrier, man. It'd be a blast. Get a bunch of guys together. Okay, so now the bearings go on this side. I'm glad I kept a box full of bearings. There. And then this one. I don't know how durable this filament is. Hand real gingerly. We got it. So this piece is just like your stock, your bone stock trans cover. And then this piece is actually inverted. So the bearings go on the outside, which is actually the inside. So just kind of like reverse. It's just weird and different. So it gets covered there. And then your main shaft is actually backwards. So then your spur gear goes there. It's just very different. It's neat, that's for sure. Yeah, so I will say it's definitely very nice. A 3-part build. It seems like it's getting that way. We're getting there. We're getting it. Stick with me. Stick with me. We're getting there. Now I need little hardware. Oh, it's going together really nice besides my brain not working. That's just the me thing. Not a mofo thing. Listen, guys, I never claimed to be a smart man. I never said that. Okay. Oh, realize I missed a. One bolt goes behind the gear. Missed that one. Hopefully that clears. Oh, we're good. We're cooking. Cooking. So I don't think I have a motor for this anyway. It's all right. Crawl damage. That's good, man. What's up, Dale? Didn't see you sneak in here. What's everybody up to? No one said what they're doing. Anybody working on anything? I'm realizing now that I had the skid plate in backwards. So now the motor would get to the back. I don't know if that really matters with the gasser build or not. We're not worried about links because of the Leafs. So we have a ton of room. I don't know if it would really matter forward or back. I want to do an interior, but it's pretty low. We'll turn it around. We're going to Gladius build. Are you doing the black Yep one? Yep, all the things. WT Micro Big Country Toys rig. And dinner called. I know. I just made it back up here after dinner. Just made it. What did everybody have for dinner? I had chicken enchiladas. FCX 24 Power Wagon. FCX 24 is one I didn't have yet. I had the Juice Up, whatever that, the CR18P thing. That's like the only non-SCX 24 based truck I have. Just messing up a paint job. Come on. What'd you do? Ribeyes tonight? Rub it in. Rub it in. There we go. Flip it around. A new hot end kit, and it was upgraded. Now it won't heat up, throwing an error code. So what printer do you have? Crawl damage. You say something for me? Hey, I'll be right over. If it's more a show truck, then I would not have to worry about it. You saying it is a show truck, James? We got more likes than people in here. I love to see it. That's a rare occurrence. So what do you guys want to see on the channel the most? What do you guys like? What do you love seeing out of Yetibilt the most? Do we want to see more crawling? Do we want to see more paint? Got a burnt bagel chassis for that juice up, and it makes it worth having. Honestly, I bought it for the kid. I never even drove it. James. Come on now. What are we doing? Record all my paint jobs. Everybody likes that the most. Paint and building. All the above. I mean, I like it all. I do like recording the painting, for sure. I definitely do. Styrene cage work gets attention. That's one of my worst videos. My styrene video is terrible. The best video I had was my the first paint video I did, the painting with Yeti one. That one killed, and everything kind of fell down from there. Yeah, Mark, I painted my car. I have a '65 Galaxy lowrider that I painted. Well, painted with assistance, but I have painted a couple cars. That's the one that came out nice. Yeti My Ride got a lot of love. You're building a styrene camper shell. Post that in the Yetibilt community. I want to check it out. I want to see that. All right, so that's there. 5 mil should be long enough for that. Ain't it? Hey guys, if you don't have me on Instagram, I have my Yetibilt community on YouTube. Post all your stuff in there so I can check it out. You, my family. Thanks, James. That's my dog. So for all you comp guys, what's your favorite class to comp in? In 110s, I was always a C1 guy. I like C1 stuff. I get more satisfaction out of a C1 killing a line versus a C2 or a C3. Yo, gold hardware makes everything look better. I don't know why. It finishes off everything. I mean, come on. All the gold. Never enough gold. All right, so that's that. And then it gets the plate like that. And the motor mounts there. Okay. By the rules, everything I build is class 3. Yep. I mean, it doesn't take much to take a class 3 truck into a class 1 or a 2. Honestly. I love gold. I am definitely obsessed with gold. Gold and purple, man. Gold and purple. No, I want to drive an SCX6 so bad. I would. My son's birthday's end of the month, and he said he wants a car for his birthday. Didn't know what to get him. I'd love to get him an SCX6 in the worst way. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Because like my thing is that especially when I go out with him, I can't bring this if he's driving an SCX6. So that means I need two. So now we're at $2,000. I mean that's just it's a little steep. Purple and gold Apex. Man after my heart, Grandma. Man after my heart. Here we go. This is a really cool setup, I will say. For like a stock, for like a modded stock trans, it's really cool. I'm a fan. I don't know how you're gonna put a motor on it though. Because you need to. Yeah, so you need to pull the cover back off. That's kind of silly, I'm not gonna lie. So the one hole, let me get a pointer. Oh, I got a bearing. Stay. Your one motor mount bolt is here on the inside, and this is your adjustment. But no matter what, if you try to get your gear mesh right, you're not going to tighten that bolt all the way and force this around. I don't really like that. Because you can't get in there from here. And it's behind the gear anyway. Just got a purple Apex in the mail today. Great minds think alike. The Vertex 6 is still really expensive. And honestly, like for the SCX6 like sizing, like 6 scale stuff, I'm gonna want the SCX6 just because it's more of like a scale look. It's still gonna be incredible. Like I watched these guys comp the SCX6s at Key City for Super Shafty, and they were destroying lines with a like bone stock SCX6s. They just do so good. Terp, this is the you talking about this? This is the Mofo C1 XL. I only bought it to put leaf springs on it, so this is as far as I'm going with building it for now. I gotta get everything to build my leaves, which I have just about everything besides the metal for the hangers. The S6s are nice, but cannot crawl them hard out of the bog box. The steering I hear is weak. Okay to trail. You need to upgrade. Yeah, I heard that too. I heard the steering is kind of weak, for any kind of competitive crawling. But I will say that I watched the guys crawl it at Key City, and they weren't struggling much at all. 6 is amazingly fun. The driving experience is the most scale by far in terms of weight transfer and predictability. Yeah, I fully agree with that. Sometimes you find them on sale on Amazon for 800. Just seen them a few weeks ago. Ah, I missed out. I got a mass C1, does incredible. Currently building the stainless C1 as well. Yeah, my this is my C1 comp truck is a Surge. I mean, it looks like a C2 truck. I'm only a 10 mil skid. There's nothing to it. I just gotta chop some of the body off. She's a bit long. Everything else is dialed though. No, I know you were trying to sell it to me. I know. Sees the play. Does the mount need brass standoffs? No. No, it mounts right to the plate. Mounts right to the plate. Like I said, but the only thing is the one bolt is hidden behind this cover and the gear. So you gotta take it all apart. Mount the motor to the plate. Then clock the motor and then tighten. So you gotta tighten the one bolt pretty darn, get it clocked to where your mesh is good, and then tighten the outer bolt. The problem then is that bolt's not going to be perfectly tight. Pretty sure it's a 9 mil. Somewhere in there. Yeah, 9 mil motor mount. Yeah, I honestly think if I were to buy any 6 scale stuff or any bigger stuff, I'd probably go across RC. I think I would for sure. All right, put this stuff back in the baggie. I had a bigger bag. All these bags laying around. Yeah, that C1's gonna kill. It's set up. Yeah, I think that's the trick I would get for my son. The only thing is I didn't order it yet, so I don't know if oh yeah, you saw that? You saw that bushcraft? The one-handed slide? Little It's finally cooling down up here. It was so hot today, and I'm on a third story. It was hot up here, man. I got a little bit of work done before I came on live. I was sweating. Oh, just so you guys know, I finally hit my 3,000 view or my 3,000 watch hours. So Subscriptions will start as soon as I get approved. I'm just waiting for approval. Custom fenders, like inner fenders, Naz? I've done inner fenders, but I don't have that truck anymore to show you guys. But I did inner fenders on that that C10 utility body that I did a while back. That had inner fenders on it. Yeah, I'm only like, I think I'm only like 80 or 100 hours off of paid partner too, so this video should do that. I don't know what to do now. All my lives have been just making a mess lately. Come on live, I tear a bunch of stuff apart. Fenders to like widen the rolled part. A Yeti subscription will make me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Make me feel warm and fuzzy inside. Vaders. All right, Yeti, here's a challenge for you. I'll give you a set of rules. You have to build a truck based off those rules. Let's do it. Make it hard, though. I don't want no easy stuff. Have a good night, High Country. No, I want to do it. I love a challenge, man. Challenge and competition is what I fiend on. Do you build the garage yourself? Ryan, the garage for that garage over there? I built that garage and I built Trey's garage too. My donk is at Trey's. It's been there for 2 months now. He's had it for a long time. When I posted my first video, or I think it was my first video, my first or my second video, he already had it. The rules are it can be any micro car, 18 or 24, must have a full body that covers both axles, no half cabs or rear cage, no carrier bearing, no motor on or no MOMA. Oh, motor on axle. No battery on axle. No four-wheel steer. Max 64 mil tire. But a full body that covers both axles. No half cabs. No rear cage. So do you want, when you say covers both axles, do you want a full body like all the way out past the tires? So all tires should be inside the body? So we talking like 24 scale, but like true scale, like tires on the inside of the fenders. No tire coverage rule, just that the body itself covers the axles. So a C2 build. Vaders, your truck fits those rules. You gotta make it harder than that. Oh, no carrier? My C2 truck's gonna be that exact truck with no carrier. That's why I had this real Rear shaft. I can put your truck to those rules right now, Vader. I think we do a body that covers the tires completely. How about we just add that to the rule? So I think it'd be fun to make a body for that. I think we go super scale. Yeah, that drive shaft's 130 mil. It's a long boy. Full tire coverage. I think the body should come all the way out to the tires. Have it look super scale. Because if we do 1.0s with 64s, that might end up looking like an 18 with like a 40 series tire. I just use a Dremel to cut it, Naz. That's how I cut my Muse drive shafts. This is some like no name Amazon brand. The only downfall is really heavy. It's quite heavy, but long. I mean, like if you put it on, it's not boring enough. Like this is an XL chassis. It's made for a Gladiator, as you can tell. Like we're good to run some serious length. But that's because C2 you can't have a carrier bearing. My wheelbase is 133. Yeah, so Sep, that's just all. That's your average C10, or even Dediator. I think is 133. An old 60s Jeep wagon body. I think I actually do have that file, so that would be pretty cool. That'd be the flat fender, right, Jay Smith? Would that be like the flat fender front, but then the full like the one that WT Micro just posted that he's gonna have up? C10, yeah. So that's what it is. I'm bringing a stock chassis deadbolt with Gladiator lengths, brushed, and double barrels. Yeah, I think that's the way to go, Jay Smith. Oh, surprised no Toyota guys are going crazy right now. Vader's, no, I did not. I'm sorry. I wanted to get it out today, but yesterday we ended up being crazy, crazy busy, and then I worked early this morning. So hopefully tomorrow I should have it out. I just gotta get it all boxed up. No, the grill actually printed perfect. So hard to show it. Wait. Let me get a piece of paper. It's right at the printer, so it has a little bit of stringing behind it, but that comes off real easy. But it printed perfect. Oh yeah, Vaders. I'll say one thing. Just put a wider wheel on it. Slightly wider wheel, and she'll be dialed. It's a little skinny with the big flat face wheels. I got you, Jay Smith. Told you. The flare side grill is gorgeous. The super flare is like my favorite body I do, and it shows because I sell a ton of them. Like it's. I need a light back here so that lights us up, but I can't get enough of this thing. This is going to be the body I use for my C2 truck, but I'm using the fleet side. This one. Yeah, Joe. Joseph. I use a lighter to remove all my stringing. I just use a torch real quick. Boop boop boop. Gone. What website you have to purchase those? To purchase what? My bodies? I print them all vertical. Like yeah. They print like this. This still has all the supports on it. But I get all my bodies off CG Trader. I buy the base model and then I edit them all to fit. This Tacoma actually has. This is actually done for 40s and 24s, but it actually has a square bed. It's not pinched in the rear. So it's fully square. A little more of a street truck look, and then it's not pinched. I mean, it's pinched in the front, but it's not pinched hard. Does anybody know someone that can do 3D scanning? I think my brother-in-law actually does have a 3D scanner, but I haven't talked to him lately. A Chevy body? I'm gonna do. Um, I'd look back and see who asked for it, but somebody asked for a square body Chevy, so I got to do one. I'm a Chevy guy, and all I'm doing is Fords and Toyotas, because everybody wants Fords and Toyotas. I haven't done a Chevy yet. I got to lock in a mini old school rig build. What do you mean, James? By an old school rig? Toyota's the way. Yeah, everybody loves their Toyotas. I'm getting a new old release of a Datsun 620 model that I want to scan really in resize. That Ford body you had on 24 Yep is another sick one. Oh, the DS one? A little dirty right now. I've been sitting here. Do you have a body for the Dead 90 link set up? Yes. I can make any body you want. basically fit for that. Eventually, my bodies are going to end up on my website, and I'm not going to be doing all the custom sizing. Because like right now, a lot of times a lot of the messages I get are always, "Hey, I have will you do an old Ford for a 133?" And then I size it and pinch it for it. But yeah, this is going to be the first giveaway truck, just so you guys know. This is going to be the first one for the giveaways. That's why she's still sitting here. It's a good truck. She's been running hard though. That's for sure. We'll see who gets it. Need a first gen Dodge to do. Forget his old. A tractor. What do you mean a tractor, James? Yeah, that's gonna be the first um full truck giveaway, and this is gonna be the first body giveaway. This big chunky thing. Yeah, the pre-runner is a Chevy. I mean, started off as a Chevy. How are your class builds coming? When is your first comp? First comp is Saturday. The C1 is completely done besides paint. The C2 is this. It needs to get it needs to get torn down, and then uh this axle is actually going to go on the C3, which should be here soon. And then that chassis will end up going for just like a fun rig, and then the I have a forged carbon. The forged carbon is going to be my C2 truck. So I gotta swap that over to this. Wheelbase on that, it needs some work. On this one, it's gonna be dead 90. No carrier. Should end up being what, one Ruth big stacks. Oh, a rig. Oh, a tractor, like a tractor trailer. I got you. I want to do an old B series, but I just can't find a good model for it. Or not a model, but a good print file to customize. The long boy body. Oh, that thing? This is big. This one is 170. 170. She's big. Any thoughts on the lawless juvenile delinquent? So, my honest thoughts there. It's definitely it's a really good comp chassis. Like if you're building up a motor on axle truck, that's definitely what that chassis is more dedicated to. Is an MOA build. So that's definitely a killer chassis for your MOA trucks. Yeah, it's a long truck. I think so. I originally had that on the Nacho chassis. I had it on this one originally, and then I had dead 90, but I had my rear links all the way back, and then my uppers were actually mounted here. That's how I had mine set up, and it was perfect. Trying to think what else. Yeah, I don't think it's far off this one. I think these are both. This is a little shorter. I think this one was 165 and then 170. They're about 5 mil off. They're both long. The XL Panda Labs is a nice long comp chassis. Yeah, it is. The Panda is good. I'm curious to see how that Mamba or the Black Mamba. I'm curious to see how that chassis does. Is there a commonly used wheelbase for comps? Yes, there's a very common wheelbase. So your C1 trucks, you're normally like 130, 133, 140, somewhere in that realm. Your C2, you're normally 145 to 155, and then your C3 with rear steer, it really doesn't matter too much. You can run a longer truck, but your average I'd say your average C3 truck is like a dead D90 or a deadbolt front 100 mil rear with rear steer. But your typical C3 is 155 to 160 for a wheelbase. My buddy ordered the purple carbon Mamba today. I'll build it for him when it shows up. Yeah, I'm curious to see some of the builds come out for that. I just it's so low and so long. That's like the only thing I see bad about it. I mean, I could see if you're running if you use like a C3 truck and you run a rear steer on it, I could see it doing well. The only thing I'm seeing that's kind of negative about it is his rear lower links don't really have adjacent upper link mounts. If you understand what I mean. Like the rear lowers are at a 45-degree angle straight up the chassis, and the rear uppers are just kind of one spot. It's weird. So I'm curious to see how the link geometry is. I haven't really looked into them too hard. If I want to put in a glass case. I'm hoping to have some trophies hanging on that wall right there. That's where they're all going to go if we win some stuff this year. But I'm going to go hard for comps. I have at least 8 lined up, so. It reminds me of the Nacho, how the motor and trans tucks on the chassis. That's about as far as I'd go with that, Ryan. It's about as far as I would go with that. I don't understand how they like. So for this, I don't understand how the link mounts work for this either. I mean, you're not putting a nut on the inside here because there's no clearance. The top 2 holes you could. It's kind of hard to see. But the top 2 link holes are exposed, and then the lowers are like in the skid. I mean, you could go through here on the lower 2, but then you're not. It'd be hard to get a tool in there. I don't know. That's really odd to me. Yeah, I was saying earlier, Punisher, that my comp on Saturday, I'm gonna have it live the whole day. So it's gonna be a really long video or a really long live. Because what I'm thinking about doing is because my car has an actual wall outlet, so I might just bring my laptop and this camera. 'Cause this camera is really good; it shoots at 4K. So I might just bring this camera, this webcam, and just stream live on Saturday. It'll be like midday on. My trucks and bodies are trophies. Thank you, James. Thank you very much. What do you guys think? So I kind of wanted to, as for my comp trucks, I kind of wanted to do a similar paint job on all three. That way they all match. What are we thinking? Do we keep it with the purple and teal? The Yetibilt way? I was kind of thinking going like just dark and simple. So I will say I'm nervous to paint this because if you guys don't see, this is Lexan. I don't like Lexan. I don't want to paint Lexan. I'm not excited to paint this Lexan. Yo, Team Yeti paint schemes and matching jerseys. Then I could release the jersey onto the website. Dale Earnhardt livery. I fully back the Dale Earnhardt livery, but I'm not doing it. Not for a comp truck. Yeti is the way. Would you guys buy Yeti team jerseys? I could do like I could do it like this, and I could have my nacho sponsor, my Banff sponsor. I use Tropical Glitz paint on an LGRP Lexan body, and I use the Nissan Blaze Orange on the GTR. Vaders, did Tropical Glitz actually adhere to Lexan? Really? I didn't. Literally, the only Lexan body I painted. This is the only Lexan body I ever painted, and it completely lifted because I used the wrong paint. It's all chopped to nothing. I mean, there's nothing left of this thing. But I thought it looked cool. It looks kind of like a skull and a brain. She's rough and tough, that's for sure. Yeah, I painted it exact same way you paint any other Lexan body. I did 3 coats of the orange with a silver backing, and then black to finish it off. And it held. I didn't think that the tropical glitz would adhere good to Lexan. What's up, Gilbert King? I really figured you'd have to use like the actual like polycarbonate paint, the polycarb paint from. I know. Well, I know Spastics paint. I know you can paint that um onto Lexan, and there's no problem with that either. Work fine for 3 months. I mean, if I can get one summer out of it, I really don't care that much. So I was gonna go the whole 9 because I have an airbrush right there, but my buddy gave it to me, and that's as far as it's gotten. I just haven't had time to unbox it and trial it and get all the stuff for it. So I haven't really messed with it too much. Look at that suspension right there. Boom. Yeah, I have some Tamiya paint for polycarbonate, but not much. But I have a ton of spastics and I have a ton of tropical glitz. So if that stuff works, I'm going to use that. Lexan has a specific paint. You can spray it with a clear version first to use any other paint on top. Oh, can you? So that's the trick. Yeah, I know guys have scuffed them, and I know some guys say to just do warm soapy water, let it air dry. Oh, Heenus 70. He sounds like he knows what he's talking about. No scuff, clean with alcohol. That's the purpose of Lexan paint. It bonds to the Lexan and it flexes. That's what I thought. I knew there was some kind of like chemical thing to it. Not chemical, but well, I guess yeah, chemical compound to the actual paint that causes it to flex around. Got me some tropical glitz paint to spray Denali toe pig build. I'll tell you what, tropical glitz needs to sponsor me. I need a tropical glitz poster right here. The amount of guys that have bought tropical glitz due to my videos is crazy. I'm like every time I scroll on Instagram, there's always somebody with a tropical glitz can now. And I'm loving it. The paint's top tier. Nothing's better than it. Okay, well, I said she is going to take my phone away. I have to go to bed now. Good night, James, man. Thanks for coming. Have a good night. Tell your wife I said hi. Yeah, you always got to clean. For sure. Yeah, but that's at least give you a discount. I mean, possibly. No, Turf, I didn't get to do it yet. They're actually sitting right here. Because I had to. These were my 57s, and I traded them out for these. So I didn't get. Ended up not using them. So they're gonna go on something else. But I will be doing it. Oh, and you know what? I could do it on these. I had the 63s as well. I really want to know why. I don't know if you guys noticed this. I've painted dozens since the 90s when that's all there was. Yeah, Heinous, I wish my dad was still around because so I grew up at the racetrack. My dad used to race circle track dirt, but he used to make and it's just so funny it comes full circle. I mean, he passed away before I really got into RC cars, but he used to fully make uh like dirt modified bodies at Alexan, like hand cut it. He had um all these like layout designs and all that stuff. He used to pre-cut like a ton of them, and then he would paint them um to match people's actual race cars, and then and then sell them and stuff too. So it's really funny to come full circle to have my dad doing that to now me doing this. So we're in the same industry, but just a big time frame apart. It's just which really is pretty cool. But yeah, so he was big into it, and I would have killed for him to see me doing this now because it's definitely it's really fun. It's a ton of fun. But I know he did a lot of he hand painted everything. So everything that he did, so he painted a lot of actual full scale race cars, and he did all the pinstriping, and he did all the line work for all the numbers and stuff. I wish I had some of his pictures of stuff. I'll have to get it and I'll show you guys one day. But and then he just transferred all that stuff over from full scale to ours to to 110 scale stuff, running the old Tamiya buggies and everything on dirt track. But he used to number them and all kinds of stuff. It was really, really, really wild. Some of his bodies were absolutely insane. I mean, this was I'd say mid 90s, and he's running carbon fiber chassis and all kinds of crazy stuff. It was really wild. But I was gonna say, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but if you ever look at the 57 next to the 63s for the Tusks, the 57s are way wider. I don't understand why. Even the lugs themselves, even the lugs are heavier. I need a light back here. But even the lugs are a little thicker on the 57s versus 63s. It makes no sense to me. Yeah, my dad knows. He was killing it back in the day. He was number 2 in the US when it came to dirt track racing on the dirt modifieds, and he did sprint cars too. But he was traveling to California and all these places racing a bunch of people. He was really into it. Man, it just got so expensive that he got out of it. Yo, Minnie, you're still here, dude? Or you just come back? Dude, I connect with that so much. I stayed and took care of my dad for 2 years, 24/7 before he passed, and I would have given anything for him to get into RC with me. Yeah, for sure. Before he passed, I remember it's actually kind of funny. I wanted to get into the SCX 24s, and I went out. Me and my wife went out, and I bought a bone stock C10 and a bone stock yellow Jeep, and we were having a blast. Just me and her, just driving around the house and stuff. Like this was like what maybe 2 or 3 years ago when they first kind of got popular. And my son was young. We were over at the house, and my dad was showing me how he used to. He actually drive when he used to race. Oh, he actually used to drive, like this. I instead of this. It was just so weird to me because he was crawling around outside, like holding it like this. I'm like, what are you doing? It just looks so weird. It looks so backwards. But it was just cool to see that the little things. Recreated. I'll have to go through. So my mom actually has a photo album from him making them, and he's got a ton of pictures uh, of all his old paint jobs. I'll have to go through, pick one out, and then do a little remembrance truck. That'd be really, really cool. He also had, you know what I should do? He also had a really, really sick K10 that he hauled his first race car with. It'd be cool to do that truck. Nacho, I knew you would know about that in the racing scene. He wasn't lefty though. He was a right-handed guy. So it really makes it's kind of it just I don't know. It was really funny to watch him drive around the house. Mofo said they use a Form Lab setup. Oh, for their printing. I just got from my Nitro Wrestler, Nitro T Max, and Savage 25 today. It was awesome. I know. That's one thing I want to get my son. I think he would love like an actual old a Nitro T Max or something like that from back when I was young. I think he'd have a blast with a Nitro truck, a Nitro Monster. You could have a grown man. Even I was getting a a little choked up just talking about it. It's been so long. I mean, it's been so long since I even really talked about him much. But it's really cool. He used to do a ton of RC car stuff. He used to make his own batteries when he would do like 6 cell stuff. I remember him. He was because they used to, I'm sure a lot of these old school racing guys or like even guys that race now. He used to solder up, you know, inline batteries and make. He used to make those and sell those too. He did a lot of stuff with them. But the bodies was the one thing he really went super hard. I mean, they were. I'll definitely get pictures for the next live, and I'll show you guys. But yeah, they were wicked. They were so tough looking. I don't think I have any pictures on my phone. I wish I did. I wonder if I can just search in my phone. No. I'll have to find them one day. I still my first T Max. I just finished rebuilding fresh 3.3 in the full RPM catalog. I can't. What do you have into that thing? The full RPM catalog had to be crazy. I still at least half a dozen of mine packed away somewhere. I need to dig them out. Yeah. So when I went through all my dad's RC car stuff, he had, holy moly, he had, so like the big tackle boxes, about like that big, that wide, and that tall. And it used to open up and have like drawers up top. I mean, he used to have. I think when I went through there, I counted like 60 some motors. The battery pack was one of like the rollout packs. There was about 4 of those that were all still in there. There was so much stuff. I mean, he still had the. It was Tamiya, right? That had the gold tray. What was the gold tray one? The gold tray in the white plastics. I can't. Was it Tamiya? But he still had 3 of those. Yeah, the RC10s. Exactly. Yeah. He still had 3 RC10s, gold pans, like brand new in the box yet. And I didn't even know they were there. They were like behind 2 Team Associated. Yes. They were like behind 2 of the tackle boxes in the back, all lined up. And I ended up getting lucky and I found some dude local to me that was like a collector of them. So I kept one and then I sold the rest of them out to that guy. So it's cool to still see them. He actually put a bunch of them together and was sending me pictures of them and stuff. Really, really, really neat. It was cool. I think his second biggest thing that he was really into was slot cars. I mean, the amount of slot cars that guy had was insane. He was making his own controllers and all kinds of crazy stuff. Because like believe me, Kevin, I know, I know what they sell for. The dude came with a wad of money. I think there was just pans, just the gold pans themselves. I don't know why he had so many, but there was one box that was like this deep with just the gold pans. I mean, there were so many of them. So I don't know if he was like switching out the gold pans for like a carbon chassis or something. Like I'm sure he was doing something crazy because I know he was cutting his own carbon too to replace the gold pans. So I'm sure he was doing that and something else. Who knows? Like I said, I might have been like 6 or 7 when he stopped racing. I mean, I don't even remember him doing it. The gold paint I have is a buggy, but I've got the aluminum wheels and everything for that came with it. That's sick. Yeah. Dude, he There was another big box. There was a box. Uh, it was actually a tote. There was a tote under the one shelf downstairs that like had just the tires. I mean, there was so many tires. Like, I should have sold to an RC car, like a hobby shop, because there was. I don't even want to give a number. There was so many tires. That's how I ended up with in crawlers, researching how to update all my old cars to brushless. Yeah, my dad would probably lose his mind with the brushless stuff now, with how fast these cars are and how simple. Yeah, I'll have to find that photo up. That'll be cool to go through. I know there's still a huge cabinet downstairs at my mom's place that was just my dad's paint setup. Like he used to be able to open the door and then the one shelf was lined up. Oh, it did it again. The one shelf was actually just set up that he could pull off different size tapes and stuff, and then it would had a big cut bar across the front. It was really cool setup. But then it had four like 8 different shelves of paint and all kinds of stuff. It's all still sitting there. I wanted to bring that whole cabinet here and then use it here too, but it's too big to fit upstairs here. It's a big cabinet. What's up, AZ? Thanks for coming out, man. Have a good night, Terp. Thanks for coming, brother. If you guys didn't like it up. And I think we hit 74 likes on the last live. We got to beat 74. Can't be losing. We got to progress every live. What did I miss in the last 10 minutes? I was making a tri-tip and chicken. Dang, boy. Just rub it in. I was basically just reminiscing about my father. we were having a little heart to heart. I'll just say my dad used to race, and I was just going through all the stuff that he used to have. Yeah, like it up. Oh, 74 already. Oh, jeez. Thanks, boys. Peters, where about do you live? Asking for a friend. Yeah, give us your address. Put your address in here. Yeah, Punisher. Beer video is still a thing. I want to do that. I got to do that. Oh, you guys race supermotos together? That's sick. We men still remember that, man. We still tough. Not wrong. In SoCal. Cali boy. Yo, do you have any vids on outboard links at all? What do you want to know about outboard links? We got a bunch of knowledge in here. The amount of bananas that Vader would get right now if he put his address in the chat. Oh, you got a Traeger. That's why. I should be finishing my patio here in the next month, and then I'm getting a Traeger as well. Or some kind of smoker. No, my dad never owned a Mac, but he worked at Mac for 47 years, and now I've been there for almost 20, which is disgusting to even think about. You want to try them for the first time, and I was wondering, do you need longer ones to bend them to the stock length? So the cool thing about your upper links, as far as your out, I mean, if you're, I mean, I'm assuming you're talking about your rear upper links. The cool thing about your rear uppers is as long as you maintain link geometry and a good V, you can basically go whatever length you want. The only thing you're really going to lose out of that is you're going to lose articulation. So if you see those guys running like super short outboard rear links, they really don't have any articulation. The wider and shorter you get, the less articulation you're going to get, from my experience. So mounting your links on your outside, the wider. So like with this chassis here, I always put my cameras over here. So the wider you mount your links, the more stability you're going to have. Yeah, short uppers. Yeah, and I was waiting for Kevin to chime in on this. So, like Nacho said, your shorter upper is going to increase your axle roll. So it's going to increase the amount of roll you get here. This way. So axle roll is bad to a point because once you get so far, you're going to hinder your pinion angle. So you're going to have your drive shafts are going to bind up. So you don't want too much. What did somebody say about Mac? I missed that. I saw it and then I was moving on. I wrench at Mac. Yeah, I'm a diesel tech at Mac Trucks. I was born in, no for real, LA General 1969. Today even. 81 likes, baby. Yes, sir. Okay, so is that what makes the rear end pop up when pointed up at a rock with the wheels on ground? There you go, boys. Listen to the king. So ideally, zero axle roll. Try to keep your uppers more than 70% or lower lengths to eliminate axle roll as much as possible. Vaders, I've honestly never heard somebody say, "Hey, Mac." Yeah, Kevin, that's kind of what I was assuming he meant by that, like dog legging. Basically, like when you're, I don't know how many trucks are built. Everything's just assembled right now. Basically, going up an incline and then having this roll. Kevin, you think that's mainly from having a lot of overdrive in the front, it causing it to bind up? So basically, like your rear tire not rolling, causing it to force the rear up. That's kind of my thought on it. No, you know how the no, not from overdrive. Okay. No, you know how the front drops and the body shoots up and you roll backwards. It's like that, but in the rear end. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, if you're saying the whole body's picking up, that's from overdrive. Yeah, more Sean, it does sound like he's talking about separation. Like a drag car. Oh, Punisher, I know what you're talking about now. I'm a Peterbilt. Yes, I start a climb and the front gets up good, but it's almost like your rear shocks are way too soft or something. A spark, yeah. I get that. I get that all the time, Mark. Big diesel guy with a big beard. Can't tell you how many times I've heard that. And they shoot towards the rock and you tip back. When you say they, what do you mean? Oh, the wheels. Okay. The wheels shoot towards the rock. My dad has driven Peterbilt hauling cars for the last 44 years. Love that. What's up, Posty? Thanks for coming out, man. I think that's about it for me, guys. I'm getting tired. And realize I was way past 2 hours already. 2 hours has been my cutoff. The past two lives, we're really pushing the limit. Actually, we were 3 hours last live. If you're tipping over backwards from climbing, that's an anti-squat issue. Yes. It's hard to explain, I guess. I don't know if my center of gravity is too high or too far back or something. I'll learn it. Yeah, Josh, try to figure out what your weight ratios are. Try to figure out how far your forward bias is. Actually, Josh, if you want, post a picture of your truck without a body on it in my community so that I can look at it and I can give you a little help around that. Because you just by looking at it, I can kind of tell where your weight bias is and stuff. Yeah. Or send Nacho a picture of your truck. We'll get you figured out, brother. Whatever we can do to help. It sounds like you don't have enough anti-squat though. Yeah, boys, don't forget about the Yetibilt community on right here on Facebook, right here on YouTube. Post your stuff in there so we can check it out. For all you guys that don't have Instagram and stuff. Yeah, Josh, before you go out, just so let me pull a body off my truck here. I don't know if you were in when I explained anti-squat before, but anti-squat is your link separation. So it's basically okay, cool. So like let me explain it better here. You guys get 2 bars. Easier to do like this. Your lower link and your upper link. Anti squat is how much separation you have here. So if this is the middle of your truck, this is the center of your truck, this is your axle, your lower link and your upper link. You want your upper and lower link to cross as far forward as possible. So basically, if your lower link is here and your upper link is here, this is poor anti-squat. So your anti-squat percentage is too low. You want to separate them to here. And then the more separation you got, the more you want them as close to parallel as possible. That's the bolt holes. I know it's kind of hard to tell on all the crazy bent links, but as close to parallel as possible is ideal for anti-squat. That'll help your rear get pushed up over an obstacle. Hopefully Nacho can chime in and tell me if I was right on the explanation, but that's what I was taught. That's how I've always set my trucks up. So I need risers to readjust shock position. It's shocks will play a big a part in that, but it's mainly where your links are actually mounted on your chassis. What's up, Freedom? Thanks for coming out, brother. I was staying on until you came on here. I wasn't gonna leave. What's up, Defiant? If you just get in here, like it up. It'd be sick to break 100 likes. I love that. We're almost at 90 already. But yeah, Josh, we'll get you figured out. No worries, man. Yeah, get a couple pictures, get it from a couple different angles. What chassis are you on, Josh? What chassis are you running? Printing out a Patrick C1 chassis now in both long wheelbase and short wheelbase. Which one I like better? I don't think I saw that chassis yet. A ramp crab? Okay. Yeah, there's pretty decent geometry on that. It's one of the better ones. It's your first full chassis build? I don't know if I have a ramp crab one. I have an Endura. I don't have the ramp crab one. Or no, I had the Muse carbon one. But yeah, I think the leak geometry was pretty decent on that chassis. So we'll definitely be able to get it adjusted. What links do you have, Josh? Having one of those days. I love the Sasquatch, man. That was Harry, right? Harry and the Hendersons. It's good for the money besides the hardware. Yeah, the hardware is terrible. I think one of my first chassis builds I did was also a Ram Crab as well. I have the Endure right now, but I wanted to try the outboard. I have the solid ones right now. I was wondering the ones with the ends that adjust. Yeah, that's the hard. I mean, the solid ones aren't bad. You lose a lot in the ends as well as like for adjustment and stuff. But they do work. My 424 build all different crap. All sorts. It's kind of how they all turn into. I mean, I got like 40 trucks just sitting here in pieces. I gotta lock in this weekend and get a bunch of stuff built. You realize that pretty fast? Yeah. Just buy Muse links. They're a pain to put together, but they're good links though. The Enjora ones aren't bad either. I need to be filled in on what we're going on tonight. I miss it and feel the loop. I started the chassis for my leaf spring truck, so we got that basically assembled to the point of being ready for leaves. So we got that done today. We talked about my dad. Well, growing up around my dad in RC cars and his custom bodies and stuff that he used to do. Really, not that much, honestly. Muse, I want the dig setup so bad. The new Muse chassis are really good, that's for sure. For what they are. Nice and cheap and simple. I really like my Maz links. Your Muse links, you mean? I didn't do the Leafs yet. I didn't get to make them yet. They're still a full they're still just a full zip tie, but can't see because of my beard. Still just a full zip tie. Yeah, Sep, you have the Maz Muse links. Man, I can't wait to see. Can you tell us how it'll work and have it if you haven't already? Yeah, I want to get. I think. I think Sunday I'll be able to mess with it. And get it started. Freedom. I still haven't figured out. How I'm gonna curl the end. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to heat it up and bend it around a tool or because I want to use these balls because they have a nice standoff on them. So I want to use these and then wrap it around. So I got to figure out how I'm gonna get that tight enough to go on there. Yeah, I'm gonna make leaf springs. Wrap around a screwdriver. So yeah, I could do that. Just so what I was thinking is they have like the jewelry needle nose. That way I can pinch the end and then wrap it around. Because there's like just to wrap it around, there's no way to really hold it. I don't know if I can really pinch it tight enough to hold it there. Unless I do I have my needle nose? Unless I wrap it around and then pinch it. You know what? That actually didn't work that bad. So I would just need to make a spring clamp to wrap it around that way to get it tighter, or to hold this down, I should say. But that would almost work. Oh, you know what? I'll grab an Allen key from work tomorrow because they have plenty. and then I'll slot the center. That's a good idea. Then I can just roll it up. Because then I can roll it tight enough that I won't need to put a clamp here. So if I got to clamp it, that's going to be a pain. I mean, I could do it, but having it wrapped this way on both sides and be tight enough would be a little bit of a nightmare. I thought I had. I don't. Yeah, I have the round pliers. Be perfect. Yeah, here's from Michaels. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try that sketchy because the round pliers even already have that. So it's got like a pin, and the pin sits inside the clamp, so that when you squeeze it, it already starts to wrap it. Then you can just roll it over. Rough start the curl, then pinch the ball in a vise. Trial and error for tension. Also dab JB weld on it to hold the pivot ball. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Because I could that way the pivot ball just stays in there permanently, and it'll just hold on to it. I already lost. Oh, here it is. So it should. Look at that sizing. Come on, boys. That's perfect. So hard to show you. It literally is the exact size. That was not planned. That doesn't get any better. I guess we're doing this now. I'm not sure what length we're gonna need. It's all trial and error, I guess.
Are you on?
Yeah. Do I have another one? Yeah, here. Seb caught you. I don't know if it was easy set, but it's there. So if we just take little sections, so whatever that length, and then half. And then, oh no. Oh no. It's gone forever. I caught it. Oh, I got it. We're good. We got it. This is definitely gonna be a rough. This is like a trial and error venture we got going on here, boys. Yeah, bend that a little more. There we go. We're cooking. We're cooking. How many to bend this side? I didn't make it long enough, that's for sure. Needs to be longer. So you get for not measuring anything. I'd say we're in the right area though. I think that's pretty good. Because then we can always I can always take another section of it and do an actual pack. Get a little more rigidity out of it. We might be able to actually do something here. Maybe we'll turn this into a. This is going from a. This is going from a goofy build to we might be able to make something competitive here. This feels good. Thanks, Sep. We might have to really turn up and make something legit. No, it to be honest, it's holding weight. Let me so I mean it definitely has I don't have anything that's wider than it, I don't think. Same size. But it definitely has good spring retention. I think it'll hold up, honestly. And like I said, if I were to do a pack and then just do the one underneath a little tighter, that would keep it from going inverted. But you'd still, if you guys can see the pack. So it gets substantially tighter here. Like I'm pushing pretty hard. And it's holding it. So I could definitely do a pack. Especially in the front. You know, if you're running a compy setup and then you have, tell me that length is almost dialed for this too. A little long. But bolt holes actually line up. So this might work. But if you do a heavier leaf pack in the front to counteract, your weight bias, and then just do a single leaf in the rear with a real small leaf pack or just a real small helper, just so it doesn't get to that point of to go inverted with the weight that's on the truck. We might be able to turn something competitive with this. This feels good. I wonder. I don't have. You know what? I don't even know why I'm saying that, because all your weight is going to be on, if all your weight is on the axle, your really only weight that you need to counteract is your body. What do you think, guys? Sorry, I kind of locked in there and just started building leaf springs. I wasn't even talking to anybody. All right, you say that now, Troy, until I come to a comp with a leaf spring truck and I take it. Now it's a goal. This year, mark my words, this year, I'll win a comp with a leaf spring truck. I'll do it. A C1 leaf sprung truck. So Jay Smith, if you look at any of the trucks for merchant metal fab, they all run a track bar just to help with axle wrap. So I'd have to figure that out to run at least one bar down. Because the cool thing is, on your SX24 axles, you have in line, you have your shock mount, and you have your link mount that are on the same tab, especially on these LGRPs. So if I were to have one link that came down that split into two in some fashion, or even like one link that came down that mounted to both tabs. So like I would need to, if I 3D printed something that was like that came off both of these to one, basically just some kind of mount there, just to keep it from rolling, that would take that entire variable out. Because you're really only going to get your axle roll from the, your wrap from the rear. The front don't wrap that much. Springs in the back, shocks in the front. Not dreaming, Nacho. It's going to happen. I literally made a leaf. We're here. Not dreaming. It is a dream though. I love leaf spring trucks. I love it. I might not win one of your comps with it, but one of mine, you never know. Now you're making it a challenge too. So Kevin, you got to design me a any wrap bar. Just the mount. I can probably use a stock link. Yeah, use an oil shock as a stabilizer bar for sure. I need a Nacho designed leaf spring chassis. Hear me out. Exactly, Sean. All I need to do is make my own trophy. And then we're good. Don't do what? The leaf springs? That's happening no matter what. Free scales for the chat if he wins. 47 scales would be real expensive. I got to set already 46. I got to set 245. There's a couple of Leaf Springs trucks out there. I forget the guy's name of that did that Leaf Spring wrecker, but he's where I got this design from, this idea from. So I just gotta lock in and get them made up. Especially when we have doubters. Got these doubters in here. Are you talking about scales vaders or are you talking about leaf springs? Because I don't think I'll ever make leaf springs for people. It's a lot of work. And what am I going to charge for a metal zip tie? Oh, Tilted, I'm locked in. I'll just run I run 2 trucks in C1. Ain't nobody throwing me out if I show up with a leaf spring truck. $10 mark. Oh, I forgot I came on late because my camera issues. The dimensions of these, I think these are 4 mil. Four and a half mil. I don't know, Troy. Honestly. I mean, I think it would take a while, honestly. Especially if you have a helper. You know what I mean? Like I said, you only have the weight of the body that's really fighting itself, so You just have to add a pack, add a leaf spring to the front just to counteract the weight on the nose of the truck. But yeah, I'm gonna run it. We'll see what happens. Don't work, it don't work, right? So the only other, I was talking with Virginia's for lowriders, and we were thinking about using the spring from a chainsaw pull cord. So you had that big spring that winds your cord up. So that already has, a type of spring, the recoil spring. So that already has a spring steel in it. So that should, help it hold its spring. I'm getting tired. Try heating them up. May have an arch on its own. I mean, it might. It might. So look for guys that might broken saws. You can buy them for like $7 on Amazon. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Bushcraft. The only thing that's gonna suck is drilling through it. It's gonna be a nightmare. This will drill really nice. I just don't think there's enough weight to really cause an issue, to really cause it to fail. Especially if you have one helper at the bottom just to help pop it back up. I don't like it. Basically, run it like a limiter. So you run like one double pack, you know, two helper leaves at the very bottom, just so it gets to that point and pushes it back up. I think it'll be fine. I think that'll be just enough. The spraying from a tape measure might work too, Ti. I'm not sure. That might be wound pretty tight though. The metal spring steel wiper blades, yeah, for sure. Tungsten drill bits will cut through anything. We'll definitely make a set out of this and go from there. I wonder if one length is better than another. Also, maybe heat and dip the ends to harden the tips. Maybe it'll make the truss rigid enough to bounce back a little more. You can try a ballpoint pen spring. Yeah, you could probably definitely harden them. If I get it to where I want it, heat it up, and then dip it. All right, boys. One last round of liking the video, like the live, show some love. We're at 90. Are there any extra guys in here that can get us to 100? Gotta be somebody. 91. There's another one. Who else didn't like it? Who didn't like it? Come on. I lost a like. I'm back to 90. All right, guys. Thanks so much for help. Oh, 93. Look at that. Thanks for all the love and support, guys. It means a lot. Yeah, Josh, anytime, man. We're live every Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Come on, 95. Who else didn't like it? Anytime, Ti. Enjoy your night, guys. 96. We haven't had 100 likes on a live stream in so long. Later, boys. Thanks for coming, Tipsy. Tomsky. Have a good night, guys. Have a good week. Don't forget to tune in on Saturday. Oh, we're so close. There's got to be enough to hit 100. There's got to be enough. There's got to be enough. Come on. 2 more. You're killing me. Later, Sep. Thanks for coming, man. This is torture. How can we have gotten this close? How do we get this close? Come on, everybody's sitting here waiting to see 100. There's 31 who's sitting here ready. It went down. Killing me. Somebody log out and log back in a different account. Do it. You know what? Actually, I didn't like it from my other account. We'll cheat. We're cheating. I'm watching myself here. It was weird. Just can't do it, Captain. I've liked all the likes until I couldn't like anymore. 101. You guys are the best, man. Enjoy your week. Enjoy your night. Thanks for watching. Stay wild.